Red Sparrow, the new Jennifer Lawrence film. And this film is all about Jennifer Lawrence, who plays a former Russian ballerina turned spy to get information out of CIA agent Joel Edgerton. And a lot of people have been seeing this movie around and thinking like, oh, this is the Black Widow movie that we're probably never going to get. And some people said that even this script was supposedly a Black Widow script, but got turned into a different movie, which I don't really buy that really that much. When you actually watch the movie, there's lots of similarities between this and Black Widow. Like, she's a ballerina, just like how Black Widow was kind of a ballerina, and she went to this school that, you know, this that taught all these lessons. It's just in this case with Red Sparrow, they just teach her how to just be a whore. I mean, she even says that in the trailer. She said, you know, she says it in the movie where she says, you know, you sent me to whore school. I mean, she even says that herself, because due to a tragic accident that happened to her when she was a ballerina, you know, that damaged her leg, she can't afford to pay for her mother's care anymore. So then her uncle comes up to her. He works for the Russian intelligence agency. He's like, you know what? You know, you see you struggling, see you having problems there. You know, you ever thought about just, you know, out there selling what you got, you know, basically, you know, just, like, you know,
you'd make a good hub.
Yeah, you know, fucking dudes for information. You ever thought about doing something like that? You know, I got a program for you, you know, that may be, you know, in your area of expertise, you know. So, you know, she, you know, goes there, and it's headed by Charlotte Rampling, who she's actually really good in the movie. And yeah, I mean, she goes to this school and I mean, she learns some other skills as well, like lock picking and like some forensic stuff. And you see some scenes where she's like jogging in like the winter, so they kind of do some other stuff too.
Sure, but it's mainly fucking, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly learning how to psychologically manipulate people through sex and how to disconnect yourself from it. You know what I mean? Like how to just, you know, completely just be kind of cold and dead. Like, you know, have sex with people that you don't even find attractive, that you find disgusting. To completely, you know, use that to get over on people. You know what they want so you can manipulate them. Like there's a scene in it where, you know, she just calls two people up to the class and she just, she says, undress.
You must learn to push yourself beyond all limitation. Take off your clothes. When we are finished with you, the person you were will no longer exist.
You know, and just, you know, just like that. And the dude, I mean, he's ready. He takes off his clothes fast. I mean, he unbuttons his shirt. Like Jennifer Lawrence went like, wait, what? Like, I mean, this is her first day, by the way, in the school. This is like her first. Geez. Like this is the first scene you see her like at class, and the dude is just ready. He's unbuttoned. He's like before she even finishes the sentence, his dick is out. He's ready. You know what I mean? Like Jesus Christ. And there's one scene where they're talking about this dude who's like he hires prostitutes or whatever. And this woman, she says, "Oh, that dude, he's disgusting. He's, you know, a degenerate." And then she calls her up to the front of the class, and then they drag the dude out of nowhere. And she says, "Well, get on your knees, do what you do." And it's just like, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is just brutal, you know. And if people, you know, you watch the trailer, because the trailer makes it kind of look kind of exciting and fast paced, like Atomic Blonde. It's nothing like that at all. It's.
I didn't see any action points in that movie to think it was an Atomic Blonde.
There's a scene like in the shower where she beats the dude out of like the shower scene, and then
you have a gift. You know how to survive.
I mean, the way they kind of cut it, it seems a little bit more exciting. But I heard a lot of people kind of say like, "Oh, this may be like another version of Atomic Blonde." Like this isn't like that at all. It's very slow. Drags a lot. Like there was some points in the movie I was like, oh God, we still doing this? Come on now, hurry up, please. I was just fighting. I was fighting kind of sleep with this. I was like, this just drags and feels so overly long.
So your head was like a newborn baby, just going back and forth. Like,
I mean, it was mostly me kind of just like rearranging myself in my seat, just like. Let me try to focus myself. Let me try to get into this because I mean, it's just kind of long for no reason. I mean, I'm like, you could really kind of wrap this up much quicker. But you know, with people, this movie's pretty divided. You know, there's elements that I do like about it, and there's elements I kind of hate about it. Like I said, I hate the pace of this film. I think the pace is really bad. I think that the issue here of her being used specifically just as a weapon of sex with not even her choice in the matter is an issue there. But one thing I can kind of say that's kind of good about that situation is it shows the brutality and the seriousness of spy work. You know what I mean? Because you see something like, I don't know if you ever saw The Americans.
I have.
But in The Americans, they get into like the life of a spy and how like that's not a very good life. Like you see James Bond, you see all these movies, it makes it look fun, makes it look exciting.
No, he's the fantasy.
Yeah, you know, but in Americans, like I remember one episode they do it where they show a flashback of when they're like they kind of do something similar where they have sex with all these multiple different people, like old, young, men, women. Like they, have sex with all these type of different people to just completely disconnect yourself from it. To go like, hey, this is just a tool. Like, emotion that has nothing to do with it. And like sex is a weapon. And you saw that a little bit in The Americans. And the movie is a lot of that, where a lot of these people are just kind of emotionally dead inside because of what they have to do. And that's kind of interesting to a degree because she's not going around beating the shit out of people. She's not going around jumping out of windows or anything like that. It's not that anything overly kind of like that. It's just her doing a lot of spy work. And that I think that is very interesting, like this cat and mouse kind of game that goes on, and one-upping each other, and like, is she really telling the truth? Because and I think that goes into Jennifer Lawrence being a good actress like she is, and I think that benefits the film a lot because she is really talented and she is very good, and I think that benefits the film. I think she carries it a lot because of that. Joel Edgerton, who I like a lot, he's decent. I don't think he's remotely anything special. I mean, I've seen better from him personally. And
sure.
You say, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I said sure.
Oh,
I agree.
Yeah. And then Mary Louise Parker, she shows up in the film. She shows up as like a drunk, which is actually kind of funny. Like she adds much needed humor in the film because the film is doesn't have that much levity in it. Because
doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, you're dealing with a lot of issues: rape, torture. I mean, there's some brutal torture scenes in here that are like, ooh, that's bad. But I think that there's some okay elements here. I mean, if you're looking for something, like I say, if you're looking for something like a Tom Bless exciting, that's thrilling, you're not gonna get it here. If you look for something that's a little bit more, like drama spy-ish, I mean, some of it is, I think it's okay working on that level. So on that, I give it a thumbs up for that. I think Jennifer Lawrence's performance is the one thing that really drives it for me, but it's nothing remarkably special. I think you can find other better spy movies. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for me on that.
Hello, thanks for checking out our content. If you liked it, let us know, and if you didn't, let us know that as well. If you want to see more content, we post every Saturday on SoundCloud and YouTube at The Afternoon Tune. You can also find us through various social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all one word at The Afternoon Tune. And if you don't deal with any of that social media stuff, you can also find us through our email at theafternoontune@gmail.com. And don't forget to always stay